This is chapter 35 of The Lake. Mary walks along the beach. I watch her make eye contact with Catalina as she comes out of the cabin. Without a word, Catalina follows her. They said everything with a glance like some freaky Powerpuff juju. They go into the multi-use cabin and close the door. Okay. Esme, Rebecca shouts, waving from the dock. I plaster on a smile like the one Kayla used at school when talking to the popular kids. She was very good at their game, sometimes a little too good. Kayla stands and walks to meet me. What were you doing? Just talking to Mary. About what? 3 guesses, Kayla. You look obsessed, and soon people are going to be asking why. Don't worry about me, I have it under control. Do you? She asked, her eyebrows lifting. I'm fine, Kayla. Maybe you should have an early night. Excuse me? It's not good for you to be out here. You look pale and you're biting your nails again. I hide my hands behind my back. I told you I'm okay. And I'm telling you that you're not. I'm your best friend, Esme, and I can see what's going on. You're losing it. She steps even closer, though we're far enough from everyone else that they can't hear us. I take a step back. People are going to get suspicious, she says. You're constantly getting in the middle of every creepy situation, and it's all you talk about to anyone. It's not all I talk about. It might as well be. Rebecca asked if you're okay. She said she's worried that you're not coping. I bet she did. When did Rebecca say this? Just now, while you were sulking over there. My eyes slide over Kayla's shoulder. Rebecca and Ollie are sitting together chatting. She throws a stick into the lake. Esme, I'll tell them you got too much sun and need a rest. Kayla's hands are on her hips when I look back at her. Am I unwelcome now? She's not really leaving me much choice. Not that I want to hang out with them right now. Not when Rebecca's analyzing me. Fine, I say through my teeth. I'll go. She sighs. Don't be like that. I'm protecting us both. Night, Kayla, I say and turn away from her. No one calls my name as I head for my cabin. Dinner has been served after a day of baking, den building, dodgeball, and tennis. The campers chat happily as they feast on Mexican food. Taco Tuesday is the best day in camp, but not for me. Ollie is finishing his 4th taco. The cooks here have to respect his and Jake's appetites. Everyone's spirits are raised ever so slightly when we have a good meal. I pretend like mine are too. This evening's conversation is about what we would do in an event of a zombie apocalypse. Half my table would go to the city and the other half would set up camp in a remote forest. I'm Team Forest. Fewer humans to turn zombie and eat me, but I definitely wouldn't camp. I'd strap myself high up in a tree to sleep like Katniss in the Hunger Games. After dinner and music around the campfire, the kids go to bed. It's my night off tonight, but Kayla and I have been asked to help tidy the outside area before we turn in. Cora is inside with the girls until we switch. I don't want to be outside. I'd rather be tucked up in bed. It's not particularly messy out here, but I think Annie wants the creeper to see numbers. The more adults that Lillian and her cronies see, the less likely she is to follow through on any threats. That's what I think anyway. I pick up a couple of tennis balls that have been hit over the fence. As I turn to take them to the multi-use cabin, I see Ollie walking toward me. Hey, Esme, you need a hand? He asks. I smile as he approaches me. If I didn't need my friends right now, I would be pissed at them for how they treated me last night. Yeah, can you grab those rackets, please? He picks them up and we walk back to the cabin. You shouldn't be out that far alone, especially not at night, he says. It's not too dark yet, and I didn't go into the woods. There might be some balls in there, but hell no am I checking tonight. I'll take a look in the morning, he says. We pass Mary, Catalina, and a few others in canoes, letting off some steam. They look so carefree. I wonder what message that's sending to Lillian. We're still having fun. You don't scare us. Do your worst. But how bad is her worst? Ollie holds the cabin door for me, and I flick the light on. Thanks. He's acting normal. I'm not sure if they really were talking about me last night, or if Kayla was just trying to make me feel bad. We take the rackets and balls into the storage closet. It's full of sports equipment and smells like rubber and sweat. I turn to leave, but Ollie steps in front of the door, blocking my exit. What are you doing? I ask, my smile dropping. I wanted to do something for a while. Strangle me? My eyes widen as he steps closer. I brace myself for a fight. Why aren't you running? He looms over me. My mouth goes dry. He is the one in on it with Lillian. Fab time to find out when it comes to fight or flight. I'm not a flight. I've always had a lot of respect for the fighters. Turns out we're just stupid. My heart races and I clench my hands in 2 fists. I've taken self-defense classes and I'm going to kick his ass. His hands never reach my neck though. They slide around my back. What is happening? It takes me a second later to really get it. I am that stupid. Ollie doesn't want to hurt me. His lips touch mine. Oh. Code red, you're fraternizing with the enemy. I relax into the kiss a second later and feel his smile against my mouth. He tastes like Dr. Pepper and smells like a campfire. Ollie pulls back for a second. I didn't expect complete shock, Esme. I thought I made it kind of obvious that I like you. Do not tell him the shock is because he isn't choking the life out of you. I'm sorry, I say, shaking my head to try and get a little clarity. I'll stop if you want me to. He looks at me, his eyes soft. I don't swoon easily, but I am right now. You may continue. He laughs and brings his lips down on mine again. I step closer, closing any distance between us. I snuggle into him as he kisses us both breathlessly. My dog is playing with my shoe right now. She's never done that before. I apologize for being distracted. I step closer, closing any distance between us. I snuggle into him as he kisses us both breathless. We should get back, he says, minutes, hours later, I don't know. He's taken my mind off last night, and that's all that matters right now. Right, we have a job to do here and all that. His mouth curls. We should go and do that. Neither of us moves. Ollie, I say, I need to tell you something. Go on. The other day when you were talking about where we'd like to live after college, if we're going to start something and it feels like we are, I want to be as honest as I can. Yeah, he prompts. Well, you said you want to live anywhere but here, and for a second I thought you meant you lived here in Texas, in this town. I'm not sure I'm following. We said that the person who could be watching, lowering his arms, he breaks all contact and steps back. Me? He turns and runs his hands through his hair. Wow, you thought I was messing with camp? No, well, I'm sorry, but just think about how it sounded. I don't care how it sounded. Why didn't you just ask? I would have told you. I just don't want to end up in a dead-end town like this. Jesus, Esme. I'm sorry. Disappointment fills his eyes. You actually thought I could threaten you all? That I could put children in danger? No, I say, but it doesn't mean anything because that is totally what I thought. We haven't known each other long, but I really didn't think Ollie would be part of something as terrifying as this. Lillian wants to turn us against each other, and I did exactly that. Please, can we just talk about this, I plead. I've been paranoid and scared. I like you and it was dumb, like really dumb, but I haven't exactly been thinking straight. He takes a step toward the door. Ollie, don't leave, please. I wouldn't hurt anyone. I believe you. He clicks his tongue against his teeth. The first girl I've liked since my ex thinks I'm a deranged stalker. I dip my head wincing. I've made a huge mess of this. Ollie, I whisper, why didn't you just ask? He sounds defeated, like this is all over, and he's telling me it's my fault. I could have avoided this by talking to him. He huffs, his eyes flashing to mine. That's why you were going through my stuff? Crap. I was looking for your driver's license, I say. I want so badly to prove my dumb theory wrong. The last couple of weeks with you have been awesome, and I was terrified that you might be the one doing this and that you hated me. He tilts his head. Why would that make me hate you? Oh, God. No, I mean all of us. Whoever is out there clearly doesn't have warm and fuzzy feelings for any of us. His sneakers thud on the floor as he walks closer to me. Why are you lying to me? He growls. I gulp. I'm not lying. Then tell me what you meant by that. Why would this person hate you? I press my lips together. You acted weird when we were in the forest, he presses. Sometimes you're off in your own world, and I can see the panic you're holding in. Last night you bailed on us, and today you've been jumpy as hell. You're wrong, I tell him, but my words hold no weight because my voice cracks and betrays me. I'm not wrong. What's going on? You know more than you're telling me. Is someone threatening you? Ollie, no. He shakes his head. We're not leaving this damn closet until you tell me the truth. I squeeze my eyes shut. I can't tell. I've never told anyone ever. I can't, I whisper. I keep my eyes closed, but I feel him getting closer. His breath cascades over my head, and then I'm in his strong, warm arms. You're scaring me, he says into my hair. If anyone is harassing you, I can help. I won't let anyone hurt you, Esme. I promise. After a mere 2 weeks, if something happened to me, he would get over it fast. We're not even together. I barely know the guy. Hey, Ollie presses. Please tell me. His body is rigid. I sink into him and feel my tears seeping into his t-shirt. You'll hate me, I mutter against his collarbone. Tell me, he pulls back. It's bad? I nod. I didn't mean it, though. What didn't you mean? I lied about when I was last here as a camper, I whisper. It was the year of the fire, and I was there that night.